The summer night in Los Angeles was already buzzing with excitement. Dodgers Stadium, one of the most iconic baseball arenas in the United States, was filled not just with sports fans but with people who had come for something far more extraordinary. That night was destined to be remembered, not because of a baseball score or a celebrity sighting, but because of one man, V from BTS Kim Taehyung. When fans realized that V was attending the Dodgers game, social media exploded with anticipation. It was rare for a K-pop idol, especially someone as globally admired as V, to make a surprise public appearance at such a venue. Yet what truly stunned the audience wasn't simply his attendance. It was the unexpected gift he prepared for ARMY, the devoted fandom of BTS. In the middle of the seventh-inning stretch, whispers spread across the stadium. V, known for his deep voice, sharp fashion, and effortlessly charming presence, walked into a special section reserved for him. Cameras immediately picked up his every move, magnified on the jumbotron. The crowd erupted, even among those who weren't necessarily ARMY, because the energy surrounding him was magnetic. And then it happened. Instead of just waving politely or blowing kisses to the fans, gestures he had done countless times before, V reached into a carefully prepared bag. One by one, he handed out small, exclusive souvenirs that bore his personal touch.
These während ordinary mechern diese generic freebies.
According to fans who were lucky enough to receive them, the gifts included custom-designed Dodgers caps embroidered with V and the BTS logo, as well as handwritten notes of gratitude from him. The crowd gasped. People couldn't believe their eyes. It wasn't a commercial stunt, nor was it orchestrated for a music video. This was V, purely as himself, giving something tangible to the fans who had supported him tirelessly for years. Fans later described the moment as surreal. One ARMY member, interviewed after the game, said, "I never imagined that I'd come to a Dodgers game and leave with something directly from V's hands. It wasn't about the cap itself, it was the fact that he thought of us, planned this, and shared his heart in such an intimate way." The gifts weren't distributed to the entire stadium. Naturally, the crowd was far too large, but the few who received them instantly became messengers of his generosity. Photos circulated online within minutes, sparking envy, admiration, and endless discussions. The gesture felt deeply symbolic. In an era where celebrity interactions with fans are often carefully filtered through security barriers, contracts, and curated social media posts, V had broken through that distance. He had made it personal, raw, and unforgettable. The Dodgers Stadium surprise quickly transformed into a global headline. Korean news outlets called it a shocking display of idol fan intimacy. U.S. entertainment sites described it as one of the most unexpected celebrity fanservice acts in recent memory. Even sports reporters who had initially come to cover the game found themselves writing about V instead. By the end of the night, hashtags like #V at Dodger Stadium, #V exclusive gift, and #Thank You Taehyung trended across Twitter worldwide. TikTok videos capturing the moment garnered millions of views overnight, and YouTube fan edits turned the small interaction into a cinematic montage of kindness and love. For those who witnessed it firsthand, it was more than just a celebrity encounter. It was an affirmation of what ARMY had always known: BTS and their fans share a bond that transcends the usual dynamics of fame. This wasn't just about music, fashion, or even celebrity culture. It was about connection. In hindsight, Chapter 1 of this story is not just the retelling of an event. It marks the opening of a narrative that showcases V's sincerity, ARMY's unwavering devotion, and the growing cultural bridge between East and West. What happened that night at Dodgers Stadium is destined to be remembered as one of those small yet monumental moments that define an era of global pop history. To understand why the Dodgers Stadium surprise carried such weight, one must first understand the power of V's presence. Among the 7 members of BTS, each with their own distinct personality and aura, Kim Taehyung stands out as a figure who seamlessly blends artistry, mystery, and sincerity. His presence, whether on stage or in a casual setting, commands attention without effort. When V walks into a room, people often describe the atmosphere as shifting, becoming lighter, yet somehow more intense. This paradox lies at the heart of his charisma. It is not simply about his appearance, though his sharp jawline, soulful eyes, and refined fashion sense often capture headlines. It is not only about his baritone voice, one of the deepest and most recognizable in K-pop, that can melt into jazz ballads or cut through pop anthems. Instead, it is something more intangible, an aura of authenticity that fans and non-fans alike can sense. This is why the Dodgers Stadium gift was never seen as a publicity stunt. For ARMY, the act fit perfectly into the narrative of who V is. He is the member who often expresses his love through small, meaningful actions. Whether it's a casual smile during a concert, a candid behind-the-scenes video, or a message on the fan platform Weverse. Unlike grand gestures that sometimes feel performative, V's gestures radiate genuine thoughtfulness. V as the connector. In the world of BTS, V has often been called the bridge between artistry and fandom. His creative projects, like self-composed songs such as Scenery and Winter Bear, are dedicated directly to ARMY. His photography, often shared under the name Vanti, captures raw, unfiltered emotions. Even in interviews, he frequently emphasizes how much fans inspire his work. At Dodgers Stadium, this same bridge manifested itself in a new form, a gift that wasn't tied to an album release, a concert, or a brand campaign. It was purely an expression of gratitude, given in a space where no one expected it. That made it even more powerful. Fans who received the Dodgers cap with his embroidered V described it as a piece of him, not just merchandise. It felt like he was saying, "I see you, I value you," one ARMY member tweeted. Another fan posted, "The cap is amazing, but honestly, the note hit me harder. It's his handwriting. It's his words. It's proof that he thinks of us not as numbers, but as individuals who share this journey with him."
The Aura bei und K-Pop.
What makes V's actions even more impactful is that his charm transcends the typical boundaries of K-pop fandom. Even casual observers at Dodgers Stadium who didn't know much about BTS felt the ripple of his presence. Some sports fans who had come only for the game later admitted they were drawn in by the sudden wave of excitement when V appeared. One Dodgers season ticket holder recounted, "I didn't really know who he was at first. But the way people around me reacted, the energy, it was contagious. When I saw him handing out gifts, I thought, wow, celebrities don't usually do that. It made me curious about who he really is." This moment reflects the cultural ambassador role V and BTS often play. Even outside of the music industry, their presence invites new audiences into their world, not through aggressive promotion, but through authentic human gestures. Why his gestures matter. In a celebrity world dominated by digital interactions, live streams, and curated Instagram posts, face-to-face acts of kindness have become rare. Fans often joke that idols exist behind screens, accessible only through pixels. V shattered that digital barrier at Dodgers Stadium. Psychologists who study fandom often point out that gestures like these create parasocial bonds, where fans feel an intimate connection with stars who don't personally know them. But in the case of BTS, and V in particular, the relationship goes beyond that. He nurtures this bond deliberately, aware that ARMY is not just an audience but an active participant in BTS's story. This is why his Dodgers Stadium surprise wasn't just a fleeting moment. It became an anchor of memory, a reference point fans will recall for years. Just as ARMY remembers V's iconic fan interactions at concerts or his heartfelt words during award speeches, this gesture now joins the collective memory bank of moments that prove why BTS is different.
Presence as legacy.
Presence, for V, is not about being physically there.
It's about leaving something behind. A feeling, a memory, a gift.
Dodgers Stadium was just another example of this philosophy. He could have appeared at the stadium, waved, smiled for cameras, and left. Yet he chose to leave a trace of himself that went beyond appearances. The shock, the headlines, the global buzz, these were byproducts. The true essence was simpler. He showed up, he gave, he connected. And that is the power of V's presence, not measured in decibels of screaming fans or in the number of trending hashtags, but in the depth of impact that lingers long after he's gone.